All right, you guys, let's get right into it. This is Noble Sports Entertainment. If you have not yet hit that subscription button, please hit the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, because on this channel, we talk sports, period. And without further ado, we're going to continue to cover the Arizona Cardinals in the offseason, and we're going to talk about one Mr. J.J. Watt, the 2021 expectations as he makes his Cardinals debut. Now, all right, guys, I got a couple things that I want to talk about Mr. J.J. Watt. Number one, being able to stay healthy. Everything is predicated on him being able to stay healthy, being able to play all 17 games if possible, and being that guy that they need, because they need a guy like J.J. Watt who is able to bring the power, the passion, the fire. They need this type of player. And J.J. Watt, we know that he is one of the best defensive players in the NFL and in the NFL history. The guy has a couple seasons where he has had over 20 sacks. He has over a career 100 plus sacks on his career and his resume. And last season he had 5 sacks. And I know when people look at the sack thing from a guy that gets sacks all the time, and you see that it went down from 17 all the way to 5, you think that the player cannot no longer play at a high level. But I say that will not be the case with Mr. Watt. I definitely think that he's going to bring that power. I think he's going to be rejuvenated with this Cardinals team because, number one, you're coming in to win. You know, the Cardinals are building a team right now that is trying to be a contender this season. And with all the right pieces coming together on the defense, picking up guys like Zaven Collins in the draft, Chandler Jones coming back off injury, Buda Baker being an all-pro safety, and then you got the young Isaiah Simmons, who will now be a full-time starter. So you got a lot going with this Arizona Cardinals defense, and I definitely think that J.J. Watt is going to be a leader, man. That's the number 2 thing that I want to talk about, him just being able to provide veteran leadership, being that guy that is able to rile the guys up, being that guy that's able to get the guys fired up on the sidelines, because that's what you're going to have to do all season long. If you're Mr. Watt and now you're playing again with DeAndre Hopkins, who you played with on the Texans, I know that you guys know that JJ came to the team for a purpose, and the Arizona Cardinals are going to try to make the Super Bowl just like any other team in the NFL. So I definitely think the expectation for him is just going to be able to provide that veteran leadership, be that voice alongside other guys like Buda Baker and Chandler Jones on that defense. And if he plays at a high level, number 3, if he can continue to be consistent and play at a high level, and I'm not saying that he has to go out there and crush it and get 17 sacks on the season or anything like that, but if he did get that, that's going to be quite amazing. But even if he gets 10 sacks on the season or 7 or 8, whatever he can do, you know, because I know he's getting older, and when you're getting older, you know, father time catches up with you. But I definitely think that J.J. Watt is going to be everything this season. He's going to be everything that they need, because when you bring in a guy like him, he is supposed to be a guy that's going to make the transition over and be a guy that's going to be heard in that locker room, a guy that's going to bring nothing but attitude with the defense, and just being a guy that can play at a high level. And skies is going to be the limit with this Arizona Cardinals defense. Like I said before, guys, Arizona is building something special, man. They got young linebackers in Isaiah Simmons and Zaven Collins, who I think that if these guys pick up the scheme really well this season, they can be two of the nicest young linebackers in the NFL. So to go along with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones and Buda Baker, this defense can be dangerous in 2021. I think if everything comes together, the Arizona Cardinals defense, these guys can be scary, because defense, we know, wins championships. Offense puts points on the board. And I definitely want to see J.J. Watt being able to stay healthy, being able to be out there on the field and bringing it all, you know, being able to provide that veteran leadership, because that's what they need right now. You know, a lot of those young guys that they have, like Isaiah Simmons and Zaven and the rest of the guys that's on the team, they need that veteran leadership for guys like J.J. Watt. And I definitely think that he's going to be a guy that provides that leadership to them. And if he even plays at a high level, skies is going to be a limit with this Arizona Cardinals team. I'm definitely picking these guys to go to the postseason. I definitely think that it's time, and I think that it's in the right situation for these guys to be able to go to the postseason this year. And you want to see this team take the next step. You want to see this team get better. You want to see the defense be electrifying this season. You want to see Buda Baker do what he do. You want to see J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones bring the fire and the passion. You want to see guys like Marcus Golden and the rest of these guys, Kennard, if he's still going to be on the team or whatever. You want to see these guys play with the fire this season on defense because they're playing in one of the toughest divisions in the NFC West with having Seattle, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Rams. All those teams are tough, and you need J.J. Watt to play at an all-time high level to be able to propel this team to the next level. And I think that J.J. Watt is going to be ready, and I think that this Arizona Cardinals defense is going to be nasty in 2021. And I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see how he's going to gel with this team, especially making your Cardinals debut. You know, you want to make sure that you coming in bone crushing and smashing everything up. And I definitely think that J.J. Watt is going to be a guy that's going to be on a mission this season. So, all right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Cardinals content, NFL content, and NBA content. Subscribe to Noble Sports Entertainment. Peace.